Now, I defended the likes of Mia Khalifa for her pro-Palestinian stance, and I would again. I don't refute anything that she said before because it was just her expressing her opinions. Nothing was illegal about that at all, and she wasn't praising the terrorists as much as the headlines would have you believe. But this time around, well, you got BLM Chicago. Oh boy, and they're out there, well, using the likeness of the terrorist in order to support their pro-Palestinian stance. Well, they have every right to go ahead and post that and make for a hell of a good meme, but to give, a tacit endorsement, it's like, oh my god, somebody should have just ran it through the checker on that one, you absolute mongs. But did you expect clear thinking from BLM specifically? Like, come on, man. BLM Chicago admits it. Yeah, it's not proud of the deleted post showing paragliding terrorists after outrage. Yeah, they decided to post this, okay? Like, just, oh my god, what was that, like, Sunday or Monday? Like, it was quick. It was quick when they came out with that. I stand with Palestine. It's like, yeah, we kind of know. Of the very few actually confirmed things, the terrorists that hopped over, okay, the guys that were actually committing the atrocities, were paragliding over the wall from Gaza into Israel. So, yeah, that's a bad look. That'd be a fucking funny ass meme that you had right there if you would have formatted it correctly. But I stand with Palestine. That's all that it is. Yep, see, that's all that it is. I support Palestine. No, you directly by using that likeness right there. You support terrorists. That's not I got no defense for that one, man. Like, that's fucking dumb. Okay, like, I already didn't have any respect for BLM Chicago. Okay, BLM Atlanta, BLM, regardless. Okay, pick your fucking organization. I thought you guys went. Did you survive the restructuring after the bankruptcy? Okay, after the billions of dollars just magically disappeared and all of the owners and, the figureheads of BLM just managed to get just brand new homes. I have no idea. Buy large mansions. Isn't that what BLM stood for? Kind of like how KFC no longer stands for Kentucky Fried Chicken, or WWE is no longer World Wrestling Entertainment, like BLM. It's just its own subsisting thing now. Is that what happened? Is that what they did after the bankruptcy? Who knows? Chicago Black Lives Matter organization that posted a since-deleted graphic seemingly celebrating Hamas's slaughter of Israelis partially walked back the inflammatory post on Wednesday. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, it's really tough. Like, okay, mass media is obviously going to be sucking on that. Yeah, you already know. Okay, they're getting down on all fours. Everybody else has a place to put the Torah for, the monthly get-together. They can read by candlelight for the Sabbath. So yeah, their regular, rank and file description, or you're praising terrorists this time around. Yeah, that's not that much of a leap. Okay, yesterday we sent out messages that we are proud of. BLM Chicago tweeted, "We stand with Palestine and the people who will do what they must to live free. Our hearts are with the grieving mothers, okay, with those rescuing babies from Rug Bowl." Yeah, which unfortunately I've seen those videos, and yeah, I don't recommend that. Who are in danger of being wiped out completely. Willing to do what they must to live free. Like paraglide and start shooting people? Yeah, I don't really think that, okay. The group, which has more than 60,000 followers, posted an image of a person paragliding with a Palestinian flag attached to the parachute. Yeah, see, the meme doesn't even make sense. Like, you can't get a flag to stay like that if you're paragliding. Come on, it would just fall off. It would look all flumpy and stupid. The post was an apparent reference to Hamas terrorists who descended on Israeli communities with parachutes and gliders over the weekend, butchering hundreds and taking civilians hostages in a brutal surprise attack. Yeah, I know about the butchering part. Don't know about the civilian hostages part, but keep hearing about it, so it must be true, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. BLM Chicago's backtrack came as BLM Global Network Foundation reportedly made it clear it is not connected to the Chicago offshoot of Black Lives Matter grassroots group. Oh, okay, cool. This is the different one. They're just, it's like, okay, Black Lives Matter, we didn't quite secure the trademark, so they're allowed to use it, but we're not affiliated with it until we need to be affiliated with it. Probably in a few months' time, probably by next summer, when there's another summer of love that goes around, and then BLM will just, start back up again. But don't worry about that. That's not until like late spring, early summer. That is also under fire over posts tied to Hamas attacks. Oh, really? There's more? Of course there's more. BLM grassroots faced immense criticism when it stated that resistance from Palestine should not be condemned following the slaughter of more than 1,000 Israelis. So funny, they'll go ahead and post the amount of slaughtered Israelis, but they will never talk about the dead people inside Gaza. Just the reporting is... it's very one-sided. As the world is faced with deep questions about self-determination, we as well all desire and pray for a world of peace. We must stand unwaveringly on the side of the oppressed. The BLM grassroots said as they were standing on their balcony of one of their homes, just yelling it down. Well, not yelling it down. You know, they obviously had a gold-plated bullhorn to shout down at the masses. According to Newsweek, when a people have been subject to decades of apartheid and unimaginable violence, their resistance must not be condemned, but understood as a desperate act of self-defense. Yeah, I can somewhat agree with that, but you're just using that in order to just attach your shitty cause to one that has a little bit more legitimacy. As a radical black organizer, there it is. Legit. I should just read ahead a little bit more. Grounded in abolitionist ideas, yes, we see clear parallels between black and Palestinian people, until the Palestinian people look at you and go, oh, you have so much, you're just claiming to be oppressed. Duh. We don't even have power or water at this point in time. Get fucked. Like, you try to claim them as a great ally, and then our greatest allies will just go ahead and give you the exact same treatment to the same people that will just go ahead and shine their shoes for them. Just saying. Just fucking saying. Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt. Oh my god, this fucking piece of shit. I was one of the countless people to blast the post from the organization over the past 24 hours. Hadn't that motherfucker lost any credibility after his, censorious takes on Twitter? But no. All of a sudden now he's just going to come out because, oh, guess what? We're under attack right now and we need to send out full court press when it comes to reporting in the media. The post shared in recent days by BLM chapters in Chicago, LA, and other fringe groups. Right, we're not attacking BLM specifically because I'm sure it wouldn't take that. Well, fuck, you can even just take a look at what they designate as hate symbols. Nothing for BLM that's up there, but White Lives Matter. Oh, that's definitely up there because that's white supremacy. So what is Black Lives Matter? What does Black Lives Matter then? Oh, no, that's black. No, I see what you almost did there. It's our job to trick. So yeah, they simultaneously want to walk in both worlds, be a part of the oppressed, but then also be the ruling class. So it's kind of weird. For the most part, there's probably more parallels between BLM and ADL than they want to admit, but we can all see as plain as day. Okay, but yeah, they're talking about other fringe groups, not the official Black Lives Matter. We got nothing wrong with that. Glorifying the Hamas terrorists who used hang gliders to infiltrate Israel. It's called parachutes, you weirdo, but whatever. Slaughtering over 1,000 innocents. Yeah, what about those bombs that you dropped on neighborhoods? Anyways, is beyond sick and twisted. It's anti-Semitic. No, yeah, I don't think. And it's just talking about Israel. Unless you're admitting something there. Dehumanizing and could prompt violence. Oh my god, shut up. Yo, regardless of the situation, whenever I see, Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt, even if BLM is chiming in on something, he manages to have the worst take in the situation. Fuck. These were evil ISIS-style terror attacks. The beheaded, this dumb motherfucker still pushing that discredited, disproven shit. Butchered children, the elderly, burned people, raped women, and kidnapped at least 150 hostages. Oh my god, when is it eventually going to start to tick up even more? Soon we'll end up hitting the likes of, 250,000 and then eventually 6 million. That's right, they have at least 150 hostages right now. The depravity of Hamas terrorists is not a surprise. The moral degeneracy the accomplices in the West is staggering. No, man, it's weird whenever you have these mass gatherings and you see all of these radicals taken to the street. Normally, there's a lot of research done on the people in those protests, especially if they're just throwing up some signs and some symbols from somebody with a funny mustache in Germany in about the 1940s, who also, had a close relationships with the establishment of Palestine and all that stuff. But yeah, we don't need to get bogged down in the details when it comes to that stuff. But normally, Normally there would be some digging into, okay, why is everybody flying that flag? Okay, what does that flag actually represent? We know everything when it comes to the BLM flag, the Antifa flag that's down there when it comes to those origins, but why doesn't anybody want to talk about Palestine? Okay, why doesn't anybody want to talk about what that flag represents and how the Israeli map has morphed from 1917 all the way through until the current day, and that'll likely end up getting upgraded, or rather updated, in 2024 once they eventually, just with the tacit support of all of these fucking ankle-grabbing simps in the West, with the addition of Gaza. Why doesn't anybody want to understand, even if you're not sympathetic, but rather to just, see their side of this equation? No, they're just all radicals. Meanwhile, at the same time, this point next year, they're more than likely to also be hanging on to those BLM Antifa flags that ADL will just go ahead and turn a blind eye to. So yeah, I might think that it's distasteful to just go ahead and tweet that out, but then at the same time, I can understand the joke, but if it's your job to just take offense to literally anything, yeah, it does look awfully terroristic. And it also, hilariously enough, didn't violate community guidelines on X, and it was up there and it was only taken down by BLM Chicago. So it's crazy. It's crazy, that two-tiered system. I report news, other places report, or rather give soft support to terrorists. One gets struck and the other one doesn't. I guess I don't launder enough money. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.